We're ready for one of the big attractions, the sport class.
That's right, one of the most popular classes out there, Tommy, for the fact you can build them in your garage. This class is limited to any kit or amateur-built aircraft, powered by an internal combustion engine, totaling no more than 1,000 cubic inch and capable of over 200 miles per hour in qualifying.
Steve, I love the way you've described these planes in the past. You talked to 200. This is a home-built airplane that can go up to 400 miles per hour in certain conditions, right?
That's right. Jeff Lavelle would have been the 7th fastest qualifying Unlimited had he raced there in the past. Okay, now their course, they actually run the same course as the Unlimited. It's the 8-mile course. They are an air start. They'll take off in echelon formation. They are so fast they're having to use a jet for their pace and chase plane now. And they'll come down the chute in line abreast, wing abreast formation. The pace plane will pull up, launch them onto the course. Again, same thing, have to stay in their respective lanes until they get to the guide pylon. Once at the guide pylon, sharp left turn, race on.
And race control. Sport goal pace is 3 minutes from the chute. Sport goal pace race control, cleared on the course. Okay, moving up line abreast. And starting down the chute, got about 10 more degrees. Looking good, looking real fine. Nice job, 39. Got the pylon, guide pylon in sight. Yeah, gentlemen, you're looking good. Gentlemen, you're going to race.
We are underway here for 6 laps. We're going to go just under 47 miles total in a very short period of time, Steve. And, of course, the dominant figure throughout the past decade, more or less, Jeff Lavelle started in the number 1 post position.
Yeah, number 39, Jeff Lavelle is our 6-time champion flying that Glass Air 3. Amazing speeds, over 400 miles an hour in an airplane he built in his garage. But right on his tail for the last several years has been Andrew Findlay flying that newer style Lance Air Legacy 2000 number 30 called One Moment, sponsored by STIHL.
Shaping up to be a good battle. You can see the blue arrow pointing to where Jeff Lavelle, the hunted, if you will, in this particular scenario sits.
Look at this move now. He's got the altitude, he's got the line. It looks like Andrew's got him at this point, but Jeff's got the inside line, the shorter course. Let's see if Andrew can get past him with a clean pass. If not, Jeff's going to slide back in around these pylons. See, look at that inside line. Makes a shorter course for him.
But it looked like Andrew might be starting to claw out a little bit of an edge there.
Let's see, look how much longer course Andrew's having to fly to take that safe line around the outside. It allows Jeff to work right back in on the inside. These guys have finished this way several years in a row now. Andrew Findlay is trying to break this streak of being the bridesmaid on this one. Jeff Lavelle says, yeah, catch me if you can. You haven't done it yet.
Right, so far it's Jeff Lavelle able to hold off Andrew Findlay, but not by much. He dare not take Andrew Findlay out of the equation here because he's the stalking horse for sure.
Andrew has found a lot of speed in his airplane this past year, so much so that they had to take the graphics off the top wing because that vinyl graphic was actually bunching up and creating air disturbance over the wing.
So much for these guys to concentrate on, and when you got another plane that's like basically you could throw a little rock and hit it, it's all you can handle.
They're busy in the cockpits right now, trying to keep an eye on the other guy, trying to keep the boost turned up to as high as they can safely get it. Again, you want to get the best position you can early in the week, but you can't break now or you won't be here on Sunday. Look how close Andrew Findlay is to reeling in Jeff Lavelle again this year. Throw a blanket over the two of them.
Absolutely. This is what the fans came to see, tight racing like this. And here we are halfway through this race there, and it's Jeff Lavelle holding off Andrew Findlay, but just barely.
So Jeff's an engineer. He had a machine shop. I'm an engineer as well. I've always been around engines, making engines go fast, so it's kind of my fun thing to do. We're always tweaking, trying to find that, what can we do to cooling drag, what can we do to aerodynamic, make the plane better, and then what can we do to boost the engines and make a whole bunch of power. So Jeff and I will run over 30 pounds of boost in our engines and just seeing how fast they can go. So he broke 400 miles an hour and set a new record in qualifying this year. We're right behind him, just a little bit under 400, but we're going to keep pushing for him. We're definitely at least keep him honest. Last year we came really close there. This year we're gonna push him the best we can, but he put down a pretty good qualifying speed.
White flag, white flag.
Tommy, how great is this? These are the 2 fastest 6-cylinder engines in the world right here for us in Reno this year.
Come see it yourself this fall in Reno, including the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. Get tickets now.
Jeff Lavelle, I guarantee his crew is talking to him on the radio saying, okay, don't look now, but at your 5 o'clock, you've got an orange airplane moving on you. Jeff's going, oh, I know it. Trust me, I know it.
Yeah, you got to figure it may not be a win on the leaderboard at the end of this for Andrew Findlay, but it will be a victory of sorts, firing a shot across the bow, if you will.
Well, Andrew Findlay had a message to give to Jeff Lavelle. I think he delivered it in style. It's going to be a long night for Jeff Lavelle's mechanics as they try to figure out how to hold off Andrew Findlay this year.
Here they come around the pylon. Heading for the start-finish line, passing the traffic. It is Jeff Lavelle, the dominant figure in the sport class. Heat 1A will belong to him. Andrew Findlay, a close second again. That tells us what may be in the future of this particular class this week in Reno. Findlay not very far behind. Mills, Balmer, Rust, Hade, Walker, and Benzing rounding out the 8.
Oh my God. Awesome, buddy. You know, when we were laughing, like coming over, Jim, I go, I hope you got me in sight because I don't see you.
Right, no, I had you.
Jim, like,
that's why I said, Vicky, we're going to be on your left and your right. We just kind of...
Well, that was our STIHL power move of the day. Andrew Findlay briefly breaking through, taking the lead, with Jeff Lavelle charging back. Your power move is great racing, in other words. Wonderful stuff, what the people turn out for year in and year out here in Reno, Nevada. See it all this fall in Reno, including the Thunderbirds. Get tickets now or watch Air Racing live at airrace.org.